Austin here with another review. This time we're doing a 2006 Corvette Z06. This is my personal car. I love this car to death. I bought this car about 2 years ago. Done a few mods here and there, but this is going to be a nice little review, similar to my last review. And it's not going to be like a car and driver type review and all that kind of stuff. It's more of just what it is like to drive a Corvette just like this one. I do have a few mods which I'll get into in a little bit, but for right now, let's get moving. So now the car does not have any mufflers, so it's very, very loud. Even when we're just cruising, it's pretty loud. The first modification that I did with this car is I removed the mufflers, so it was like the very first thing. I like this car to be loud. I don't want it to be quiet. If I would have wanted it to be quiet, if I want to drive a quiet car, I'll buy a freaking Prius and call it a day. So one of my main gripes with this car is the interior. The interior on this car is absolutely terrible. There is plastic, hard plastic everywhere on this car. Anywhere you touch, it's hard plastic. Anywhere you touch. There's no really nice leather, no Alcantara. That wasn't a thing in 2006, at least not for the Corvette. You got a little, like, not even Alcantara, it's like some kind of like just regular like cotton headliner, but aside from that, it's very, very crappy in here. Storage space, it's pretty minimal. You have two little cup holders up here, and if you have any large drinks, two large drinks together, they're gonna be like this. The two little side pouches on the side here, which after you have like maybe 5 or 6 receipts in that thing, it's overflowing. But the really cool part about a Corvette storage space is the rear hatch area. You can fit some big old suitcases back there. You know, you and your significant other go on a trip, you can put both of your suitcases back there. Now, unless you're like traveling like with a girl, she's probably gonna bring like 4 suitcases, so you might have to FedEx yours, but all 4 of her suitcases should fit in the back of this thing. The best part about the interior on this car is going to be the tachometer display, the speedometer. It is so classy and beautiful. It's very elegant. It's such a shame that the rest of that kind of dream, that little motivation there, didn't make it to the rest of the interior. The seats are okay. The seats are like, they're kind of thin. They're not the most comfortable seats, but they do hug you in pretty good. You know, I'm a medium-sized guy. I'm a normal-sized guy, average, I guess you would say. And, you know, I feel bolsters on both sides. I got a little room, so, you know, if I'm a fat daddy, or, you know, riding in this car, like, he'd be comfortable. It wouldn't be too bad. This car comes equipped with a Ls7 motor, which is, if you know, it's a 7-liter, 427 cubic inch motor from GM. One of the best products they've ever made. This thing is a screamer. Redline's about 7,000 RPM. Now, the main issue with that motor, this motor, is the valves. The valves that are in the motor, in the heads, are very, very weak, and they eventually will start to get a little loose and then break. And then you drop a head, drop a cylinder, and then you can't drive your car anymore. But the cool thing is that what a lot of guys do is they get their heads addressed, they change out the valves. So I changed my valves out for some Ferrera valves, which are titanium valves, very, very strong. And now I run my car balls to the wall all the time, no problem, with no issues. It's really nice. I got all my work done by American Heritage Performance, which is in Harbor City, California, not too far from me, about an hour away. They do really great work, and they do all kind of LS motors, LT motors. Coley, the owner over there, is a really great guy. You may have seen him in some of my other videos. We did their Stage 4 package, which is your heads and your cam and valves, and a tune, of course. and the cam is a very mild cam. It's nothing too crazy. This is gonna be my first cam car I ever driven, so I didn't know how to really react to it. So from the factory, this motor comes stock with about 505 horsepower at the crank. Now, I would say my car runs anywhere between 520 to 550 at the crank-ish. And that, I've never put this car on a dyno. I've never dynoed it. I've never dyno tuned it. So I don't know exactly where it is. Gas mileage on this car is absolutely terrible, as you may expect, a big 7-liter V8. My average, though, my average fuel economy is 14.1 miles to the gallon. That's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty proud of that. I can't find a whole lot of things that are wrong with it aside from the ugly ass interior. The car drives great. It's giving me no issues aside from the fuel pump, but that's just bound to happen. And I've had no issues with it whatsoever. And not only that, but it's a lot of fun to drive. People love, you know, getting rides in it. You know, I always got, you know, requests like, hey, like, take me on a ride with the car, but very rarely from girls. That usually doesn't happen. It's a big misconception with, you know, the whole car thing, is that, you know, a lot of guys think like, oh, your car is gonna get you, that'd probably get you a lot of chicks. It's like, actually, no. It gets a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes like to, you know, get into the car thing. Like, dude, that's a sick car. I never have heard a girl say, yo, dude, that's a sick car. Or, wow, your car is like so amazing. Like, oh my gosh, let me get a ride in it. No, not once. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. So anyways, guys, that was it for the review for this 2006 Corvette Z06. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.